Alrighty then, what's going on YouTube? This is your boy Liger, one half of Enduro, and I'm here to do a little special little video about something. So hey, hope you hanging there with me. Hope you're having a good day. I want to talk about as you was telling the title block, I want to talk about some stuff that's going on in gaming. Now, I want to put a little banter, a little, at the beginning saying this. It might come off like I'm saying like I am cruel. I will admit to that. What I'm about to say, it might come off like I'm cruel, I'm cold-hearted, and stuff like that. But I've been on this planet for about 36 years, and I've seen some stuff from different countries, different people, no matter what the race is. I've seen some stuff. I've seen stuff that a lot of people they've seen, they be throwing up. Hell, it made me ugh. Whatever. Seen people die literally in front of my face, not only by gunshots, not only by stabbing, but the most horrendous things in there. And also in this topic that I'm going to talk about, I get that. I have nobody is perfect. As you know, I say no games are perfect. But nobody also none of us can ever say we would live the happy life. If you mean overall, yes. If you mean a day by day, you're gonna have good days. You're gonna have bad days. I talked about it in my video, the video where I told you the three things that rob happiness: popularity, hyper, and comparison. I went over the video, so I know the three things now. Those three things rob happiness. But I do understand why people get addicted to things. I understand that sometimes it's no fault of your own. But in the age of the internet and social media and instant gratification, we are trying our best to not take responsibility no more. And that I can't be down with that. You're responsible for your own actions. And again, as I said before, your own actions. Something happening to you because of somebody else. Okay. But no saying go if you're gonna do a tango, so it takes two to tango. It takes two to do something. If it needs two people in more generation to do it, it takes two. So most of the time is basically you acknowledging there's a problem and you're fixing yourself. Now you could always acknowledge it, and if you ain't doing no actions with it, then I'm sorry, I have no sympathies. I can empathize with you, but you ain't in my sympathy, because no. So today, I'm gonna play to you. We're gonna go through this. I was gonna do like a mic check. I didn't want to be LBC because I understand where this person's coming from, but I do want to talk about what we've seen lately with a lot of people. Now, all the big YouTubers are talking about the whole loot that these companies like EA and everything are getting more lustrous with their what do you call it, with their loot boxes and all that stuff and blah blah blah. And I'm gonna quote myself. When Star Wars the whatever the game came out last year, they always like, oh, they finally learned a lesson. I said no, they didn't. Star Wars still it might not made the money that EA wanted, but it made good enough money. It's because people keep on buying the dumb, stupid games, right? And it's funny if you listen to my channel over the years, the diehards who be listening to my channel over the years, they know I've said it over and over again. Game is gonna become, I said, a crash, but I did evolve it into it's gonna be soulless. And technically speaking, I think we're there. I want to do a special video about it because it's what I've been seeing lately, but we're there. Games are the game industry is soulless now. And I mean soulless like all the companies are just robbing you and doing that stuff like that. There's no like the developers, there barely any developers except for the indie guys and a couple mainstream developers that put love and soul into their games. There's also the companies, of course, is being crooked and messed up as it is, and not doing the best job they can. And then you have gamers who just they're no better. They're just horrible with the stuff they do. Just utterly horrible. What up, man? It's utterly horrible what these people do. So it's a revolving door. It's a boss. It's just people that's is in itself. And again, I could blame the companies, and sometimes I do. But it always comes back to the thing that you heard me said a million times, and I'll say it a million times more. If you don't like it, don't buy it. I was watching a video where a guy said that, oh, anybody who says that that's not an argument, that's not a good. They only said because they don't have any good argument to refute what I'm saying. No. That's a full stop. That's a period. The argument is simple. If you don't like it, don't buy it. That's nobody's forcing you to buy the stuff. So why are you bitching about something that you're not gonna buy? I said, arguing okay, critique okay, bitching, there's a different story. If a game series doesn't do what I like it to do, I'll do what I did, and then maybe bitch about. I ain't gonna bitch about it. I'm just like, okay, you know what? And I ain't gonna buy it. And I've done videos where I say, hey, Capcom, you didn't want my money, blah blah, or Call of Duty and all this. Like I've said that. You guys seen the video, so I'll show you that. But again, this is Jim Starlin. This video about addiction. And again, I understand. That's what I said. I only put this preamble because I understand where he's coming from. Again, I could empathize with you, but I ain't sympathizing with none of these people. I'm sorry. As you're gonna be hearing. And yes, man, it might have a little. You might gotta put on your hard hats a little bit for this. So let's talk about this. All right. So this is Jim Sterling and video, or complain or buy it anyway, like the Pokemon fans will do. You're right, Melman. But that's not about that. Let's talk about this. This is again Jim Stein's video, the addictive cost of predatory video game monetization. And his video, his video is in the description. You can watch it without me cutting in and cutting out. You watch it in there. So let's go at it. And that's why I label the podcast the way it is right now. Sorry, if you can't help yourself, then if you're not strong enough to do it yourself, then who is going to do it for you? Let me get my oops. Let me see if I could do that. Give me one more second. Let me share. Let me put it on the right video here. And put the screen up so I can have that. And hang out. And there we go. So let's go ahead with this. What he's saying.
Called AAA industry. This is a video on the internet. Please enjoy. Addiction is a disease defined by compulsive use of a substance or pattern of behavior that one cannot stop, even as it has a severe negative consequence on a person's quality of life. The most famous form of addiction is, of course, uncontrollable drug use, as people all too easily can find themselves dependent on any number of chemical substances. Non-chemical addiction can be just as harmful, and because there is no exterior chemical component to point at as the villain, it's often misunderstood in a way that directly harms the addict. Sex addiction.
And I will say this. Really? I'm not gonna bite. Anyway, I'll say this. This part where his preamble here, I agree with. And it's sad that people get into it. So, substance abuse and people who have to struggle with it. I have not been there, but I've seen people that have helped people out of it. But I know I help people out of it, but there's a caveat to me helping those people out of it. So I'm going to let this go because this part is important, so I'll let it go here.
For example, is often portrayed as people just being horny miscreants hiding behind an excuse for infidelity and similar indiscretions. Those with eating disorders are dismissed as greedy, while on the opposite end of the spectrum, compulsive exercising is often overlooked because, hey, exercise is good for you, right? Not if you're doing it so much that you're actually tearing your body apart. Meanwhile, those with gambling problems or shopping addictions are all too easily written off as idiots who can't handle their money correctly. Non-chemical addiction is no less destructive than drug addiction, and I can speak from experience with both. I was in constant chronic pain for over 2 years with a spinal hernia, for which the only genuine treatment I got for the most part was armfuls of painkillers, which after 2 years became a severe dependence. At the same time, I've had friends cope with chemical addiction and sex addiction, and among my many non-chemical vices is a workaholism issue that sees me pour a dangerous, unhealthy amount of my self-esteem and sense of identity to the quality and success of the work I put out there. And in many cases, such as mine, there are deeper psychological issues which addictive behaviour is used to cope with. My doctor, for example, cited hypomanic depression as a root cause for my abuse of drugs, a story all too common for too many people. Societal misunderstanding regarding addiction can compound the problem, but there are hundreds of thousands of businesses out there that do understand the power of addictive behaviour all too well and use that understanding to make money. One such industry is the video game industry, which has seen revenue skyrocket by billions since the widespread use of gambling mechanics, raking in cash off the back of those who need help, not animated treasure chests, help to get themselves to a better place. But it isn't just...
Okay, and now we're going to talk about the loot boxes. And this is where we're going to have, like I said, that part right there, I let it go because it's, you know, I agree to most extent, but there's something missing out of what Jim was saying, and now we're going to get down to the nitty-gritty of it. How that is.
Loot boxes, they're an offshoot of microtransactions, and they themselves can be part of the problem. They themselves use psychological tricks, manipulation, to encourage compulsive spending, to appeal to compulsive shoppers. A huge amount of mobile games and microtransaction-led AAA games make the majority of their money from whales, the tiny percent of players who spend thousands of dollars on a single game. Who are these whales? Are they just rich kids with more money than sense? Sure, some of them will be, but not all of them. Maybe not even most of them. Just look up the stories of the people who get themselves into debt over FIFA games, or the children who get their parents into debt over such titles. And some of these spend...
Let's rewind that a little bit and hear what you said again, because that's the part, that's an important part right there. Because that's killed me.
But not all of them. Maybe not even most of them. Just look up the stories of the people who get themselves into debt over FIFA games, or the children who get their parents into debt over such titles. And some of these spenders, some of these whales, may indeed be addicts. They may be depressed people looking for a temporary high. Some of them may have had their addictions actively egged on by complete fucking scumbags like Tribe Flame CEO Tora Fjernstrom, whose gleefully malevolent lecture, Let's Go Whaling, is a proudly offered confession of exactly how low the game industry will sink to prey on both gambling and shopping addicts.
Before we go into that, right there is where I get where you're coming from, Jim. But the problem is you're not calling out the main problem. Why would you spend $1 million on a FIFA game? It's a game. Why would you? And how the heck a child spend money and almost bankrupt their parents? There's a problem, and I've said it millions and millions of times before. And trust me, government ain't gonna fix that shit. But I digress. So let's hear where this guy, he's talking about how to manipulate people. Okay, let's see.
Some of you will probably be slightly shocked by all the tricks I have listed here, but I'll leave the morality of it out of the talk. We can discuss it if we have time later. Oh yeah, shocked is the word. And when I watched this 19-minute celebration of exploitation, I understood exactly why morality was left out of it, because there is no fucking morality
in any business.
Lays out
in any business.
how addiction plays a role in so-called whale hunting, describing how the upsale of player convenience gets people forming habits around a video game. This technique is known as hook, habit, hobby, and I'll let Torolf explain it. Hook, habit, hobby. This is a model from Dmitry Dravanov of Flare Games. It's a model for how people progress in a game. The hook is what gets you into the game to try out
gimmick.
A free-to-play game. Then you build it into a habit that you play multiple sessions every day. And then at the end, it's the hobby phase where people see it as one of their main hobbies, and they put lots of time and resources into it. With the hook, habit, hobby scheme, we see an insidious method of monetizing compulsion. Like a cartoonish drug dealer from an 80s PSA video, the game introduces a good deal first with the aim of getting the customer habitually desirous of more. The concept of the icebreaker deal is downright sinister, and you'd think a casually dressed game dev explaining the concept like it's no big deal would lessen how ghoulish it sounds, but nope, oh my, nope. The hook is where you put up an icebreaker. You want to give a really, really good deal, something that's a no-brainer. You would be crazy to turn it down as a player. The reason to give a really good deal up front is by making people spend up front, they are also emotionally committing to your game. Their retention will go up. And the first spend is it breaks the ice. Then they think of themselves as spenders in the game. It's okay for me to spend in the game. Lots of people are otherwise have this wall up. I will never pay for a mobile game. So you need to break the wall first. We'll get back to more from this person later on. Right.
Let me speak about what just what happened there right there. And I know Jim's going to go into this statement. Here's the thing that killed me about this, though. If that's your stance of the problem, Jim, and anybody else, well, so did Netflix, so do Hulu, so does car companies, so does cable companies, so does internet providers, so do cell phones. All companies basically does what he just said. Really, it does. It's up to you to do something about it. And that magic word is missing throughout this. I didn't watch the whole video, so I'm going through it. It's missing throughout the video, though. So let's keep on going and see what happens. But for real, though, it's missing out of this. It's missing out of this right here. But again, I just list off companies that do exactly what this guy just said. You know why I bought the internet I have right now? Because they gave me a good deal up front. And when the time comes, I'm not going to pay the extra money because I could cancel it, and I'm going to cancel it. Or they're going to give me another deal because they want to keep me to give them money. If they don't want the money, I go someplace else. Just like my phone company. I don't have a contract phone because of it's simple. Back in the day, cell phones used to get a free phone, and some still do today. You get a new iPhone 10 or Galaxy S10, and you buy our services. You were locked in a contract for 2 years. You couldn't get out. Sprint did this and all that stuff. Now I use a different service. I use an unlock service. If I don't feel happy with them, I go to our next company. I don't need the latest and greatest, but some people do, and they don't want to take responsibility for that. I'm sorry, but that's just what happened. So let's go. Let's keep on going with Mr. Jim's story. Jeez, they only have 7 minutes. God dang.
Now let's look at a very different statement. A statement not from a whale hunter, but the brother of a so-called whale himself. A whale with a very genuine gambling problem whose love of video games helped him deal with that problem, only for said games to stab him in the back when
The
money
game.
was to be made.
Oh, please.
When my brother came of working age, he found work as a chef and is still one.
Okay.
It's early morning to late at night hard work, so on the weekends he got into gambling. Casinos, betting slips, horses, everything except online gambling. It got so bad my family had to actively manage his money and help him to stop burning his entire paycheck on this shit, as it meant he never saved money to move out. This eventually worked after months, and he started spending his free days playing video games, FIFA and Call of Duty.
Okay, that's good.
We always played COD together growing up, and we all agreed this was far healthier.
Okay.
Stupid me never took any notice of loot boxes, so I didn't click that this might be a problem. After another few months, he was always asking...
What? So you didn't click on you that it would be a problem. Okay. Not your responsibility, really, but okay. But...
for money for this and that. Eventually, my parents had enough and found out that he needed the money because he was spending the majority of his salary and savings on loot boxes in FIFA, literally thousands of pounds. My parents now control his account and give him a weekly allowance. He's
a grown-ass man. You're doing that for, if he's not mentally disabled, which he isn't because he could work, and you got to control his money, then that's a problem. Your parents got to control your money because you keep on spending majority of your salary on loot friggin' boxes, literally thousands of pounds. Again, gambling is not illegal. This guy's a grown-ass man. We're gonna talk about the kid stuff later. It's a grown-ass man. He could have gambled. He stopped gambling. Okay. What happened? He hit something that made him change gambling. Does he have an addictive personality? Yes. But for his parents to take his control his money and give him allowance like a little child, he never grown up to take because the parents didn't teach him something very important.
the grown man, for Christ's sake.
Thank you.
He's not a rich person throwing money at a game to make it more affordable for us. He's a working class man who used loot box.
For us. What us? You don't have... and I'm going to talk about this because I went through this with family members on my end.
As a direct substitute to old world gambling. I was back for the summer to work for him to make some quick money, went back to play COD with him, and what do you know, it's COD World War II, and I noticed the fucking loot boxes.
Okay.
A little part of me sank when I saw that.
Really?
Hope he finds a better way to deal with it.
These are the whales, so callously hunted by assholes with lanyards. It's very easy to suggest that these are people who should just be smarter with the money.
Yes, they should.
Let it get this bad.
Yes,
I
they should.
refuse to believe that anyone that churlish about the situation has ever dealt with addictive behavior in their own lives.
I have.
I simply refuse to believe it, because addiction simply does not work that way. You can't just switch it off. It's not that easy to simply stop.
I get you with that.
Know all day long that what you're doing is wrong, and you can consider yourself stupid, and you can know that it's harmful, but that won't stop you. It doesn't stop on a dime, and the game industry knows this. That's why they go after those who will form habits.
That's true. But again, the same thing that his parents didn't teach that kid, or that kid, is a reason why a lot of people do not want to stop their addiction. What you just said is completely true, Jim. But there's a problem with that, though. And there's a reason why the society is what it is right now.
As we've already noted, addiction doesn't tend to form in a bubble. It more often than not is a symptom of and a response to other mental health issues.
True.
It's not uncommon to find an addict with multiple chronic habits. In
True.
this next testimonial, we learn once again how easy it can be for the right victim to fall prey to the subtle machinations of video game gambling, as well as how those in recovery for addiction are playing a dangerous game when all they want to do is play an actual game.
I spent a good portion of my life.
I gotta say something. Just as you say that, actual game. Here's the freaking problem with that. That pisses me off. Not to you, Jim, but what people say just so casually. There are other games that don't use freaking loot boxes. Why don't you people? Why do you play those? Don't play those games. Actual games. You want to play actual game that's popular because of and which you brought up according to somebody who gave me the preview on this because of peer pressure. If it's in this video, okay. I've talked about this before. It's sad that a lot of people want to be happy because of other people and not for themselves. I have seen this dealt again in family members and even with my ex. I saw that and I had to just walk away. I ain't gonna. People will say, "Oh, that would be selfish." If I lead the horse to the watering hole and the horse don't want to drink the water, what the frig you want me to do? I'm not gonna put the horse down, take a hose and shove water and just put it down there. I can't do that. Then you will say I'm a horrible person for doing that. But a horse is basically, it's dehydration right now, but he don't want to drink the water. I can't whoop it. I can't do that. That would be even worse. That's the part that kills me. There's so many games out there that is not microtransactions in it. Go towards those games because you want to play actual games. If the temptation is too much for you, then play games that don't have the temptation. That's a good step. That ain't the first step, but that's a good step. The first step is I said a word already, but I'll say it more in the game, in the video.
Life constantly high and wasting all of my money on drugs. I met my partner, now fiance, in World of Warcraft, and with her help, I finally managed to get sober.
That's good.
One big part of going through rehab and trying to control my addictive behaviors, one of the things I learned was to try and find a healthy replacement for the substance.
Okay.
Obviously, being a chronically ill hermit and geek that I am, I turned my focus back to my childhood love of video games.
Okay.
This, ironically, was around the time of the beta of Overwatch, and me and my WoW guildies loved it. It was so much fun.
Uh-huh.
I loved the idea of collecting cosmetics for my favorite characters, as I am a big collector, and naturally fell into the trap of loot boxes.
Naturally fell into it?
I kept getting sucked in with the spend more to get more trap that a lot of publishers use to get people spending. I lost track of the amount of money I spent, but thanks to rehab, I could quickly identify that this was dangerous behavior.
Okay.
I quit playing the game. I spent the next...
Well, there you go. Amen. Damn. I quit playing the game. Bravo, my brother. That's what you should do. I commend you on doing that. Find the problem, acknowledging it, and see the problem, and walking away from the game. You said, as you said on the screen, I quit playing the game. He didn't say quit playing video games altogether. He said quit playing the game. Now, let's see what happens next.
Next few years, jumping from game to game, leaving when the microtransactions got too much to bear.
I spent the next few years jumping from game to game, leaving when the microtransactions got too much to bear. Again, I'm a 50-50. Good for you for doing that. I'm not gonna knock you for that. Should have never been microtransactions to bear in the first place, but good for you for doing that. What up, lazy one?
Rift was a nice distraction from WoW, and I had played it from beta, and then it went free to play with loot boxes as well as a cash shop. Guild.
As soon as you see that, then you should have just walked away from it, and hopefully you did. Because you said went game to game.
Wars 2, cash shop and loot boxes.
Mm-hmm.
Deus Ex, a series I treasure, microtransactions. Assassin's Creed Origins, same thing. The place where I once found distraction and salvation is now preying upon my addictive nature.
No, it's not.
Spending problems.
No, it's not.
It hurts. It really does.
No, that shouldn't be.
I've had to turn away from $100 Australian games because they've implemented microtransactions.
Good for you.
The idea of popping in a few bucks to make life easier so tempting, and I keep falling
How?
for it again and again.
How?
My fiance has now taken away both my debit card and my PayPal details to try and curb this.
Good for her.
It's a weird mentality of it's only here for a limited time, and if I don't get it now, I may never get it again and not complete my collection.
And I give you that you have a mental disorder. That's what it is right there. That you're addicted to collecting and doing all that stuff. I get that. I get that. Sad that your girl had to do that, but she loves you that much that she took away your card and everything away from that. But the games that you just listed are games that make me think. As soon as I see that shit, well, you guys been listening to me for a long time. Those who've been listening to my chat and all that stuff. You guys been listening to me for a long time. As soon as I see crap like that, I don't even bother with it. It's annoying. That's a lot of jumping. I don't think they need to put in the sympathy piano music. That is a bit extra. Yep. But yeah, let's keep on going because, like I said, the video goes long too much. It makes it sound like if just for 5 cents a day commercial. Exactly. That's what it does, but that's what they're trying to do.
Hitting that buy now button, seeing the rewards pop up, the spinning of the dice or slot wheels, ticking past the rare loot, the just one more rationale. It completely overrules any common sense like you need this money to pay rent or your medical bills or food.
What? You are okay. You are mentally sick. I get that, but man, oh wow. You don't. I'm gonna buy now this digital thing that's not gonna do nothing. The instant gratification, which sadly, Facebook, Instagram, social media has perpetuated. Twitter, all that perpetuated this nonsense. So it's not a video game thing like I was saying before when I said all companies do this crap. That's why that's the funny part. Is in the culture we live in right now, you want instant gratification. And I'm sorry, if you think that you need this money to pay for simple digital crap, then not to pay for your rent or your medical bills or food, I'm gonna leave it to the end. No, I ain't gonna leave it to the end. Forget that. Then this is why that's why I did a preamble at the beginning. But natural selection would say you are not the strongest survival of the fittest. I'm sorry. Darwinism, you don't want to believe in religion. Okay, Darwinism made it short. George Carlin said it best. The kid who swallows marbles should not grow up to have kids of his own. One of the reasons I don't like what Europe and America has become, one of the reasons, is we saving too many stupid people. Again, it sounds harsh, but I'm sorry. We're saving too many stupid people. And for anybody who's watching this video and think, okay, oh man, you sound like an asshole. Okay, I admit, you could put it in the comments section. Okay, I am an asshole. Here's the thing though. I like what Jim said. I have dealt with the things that he's talking about. I've seen people done this. I've seen my family members done this and whatever. And again, I can't help you if you don't want to help yourself. And I had to walk away. And there's people I've literally helped by just walking away. Why? Because they had to hit freaking rock bottom to freaking understand shit. I can't do this. They gotta understand. They gotta hit down the depths to wake up and say, shit, I'm too far. The water's right there. I need to swim up. There's some people that don't do that. Now, I've said this before with mental when I talk about etiquette. There's some people I give the carrot first. I ain't gonna say the steak, but really, I just be nice to them and hopefully to point out the problem, the issues, what's going on. Boom, 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 boom. That's cool. Excuse me. But then there's some people when the niceness don't work, you have to be harsh. because your patience, your time, and your well-being is just as important as their well-being. And it's just like what they said when you're out there and you're swimming, stop thrashing around, because if you can't swim, the person who can swim, you're gonna drown both of y'all, because that person is thrashing around. And I'm not going down with you if you're gonna try to do that crap. Stop thrashing. Stay still. No. Like, stay still and just stay dead still. I can't. No. Okay, stop thrashing, and I got you. I don't trust you. Then the hell, I'm swimming away from your ass, because you are not gonna pull me down in your shit. And again, people have pulled me down to that spot, and I'm like, I can't do this shit. That's me talking from experience. Crazy that you would think food. Well, as I said, you see right there, ladies. What I always say now, you guys have heard me say it. There's no common sense no more. Simple sense gone.
When game industry mouthpieces claim microtransactions and loot boxes are fine because nobody's forced to buy them, I think of those who have had to move from video game to video game, actively pursued by the microtransactions that threatened to drag them back down the hole.
I got a question again. Look, you just said I have over 500 games in my house. All right, maybe less than 1%. And I do mean that less than 1% has microtransactions in it. You're telling me you can't find games that don't have microtransactions in it? Get the fuck out of here with that nonsense. You just want to be with the popular kids and the popular stuff. That's your fault for that. Sorry. I'm playing Tales of Elysium on my Switch, which is a third-party game, indie. No microtransactions in that. Tales of Vesperia. No microtransaction in that. Dragon Mark for that. That one has paid DLC. I ain't bought not one paid DLC. A game that has microtransactions in it, Rusty's Real Deal Baseball. And it has a cap to that's a Nintendo game, and it has a cap to it, so you can't go higher than a certain amount of money. So you ain't gonna spend hundreds of thousands. That's not saying that they don't have it and that they get it. But I have that game, and you know what? That's the only microtransaction game that I have, which they made the haggling to get a cheaper price is really good, because I've not spent no more than 50 cents on some of the items where it is. And again, I get that. That's the only game. That's one of the few games out there. I have Pokemon Shuffle, free to play game. Never bought a damn crystal, whatever the hell it is, in that game. Nope. I have this game. Nope. I have games that have free to play ammunitions in it. I mean, that have microtransaction in it. But again, it's less than 1% of my library. Need for Speed Underground. Virtual money you earn in the game. That's the bike, but I ain't gotta spend real money. Need for Speed Underground 2. Need for Speed Carbon. FIFA 2006. FIFA 2002, 2006. And after that, I stopped playing it because of what the crap they be doing, the microtransactions. I know that. And I was on the team. I was on the team working for EA. Going back to my first Endcast, I said it again. EA would have to pay me a lot of money for all the crap I've seen behind the scenes working with EA as under contract. There's so many games. Games. Hell, go to my video called what was it? I Hate Gamers Now. Go to that video. You see me laid out basically 1/4 of my gaming library on the floor and talk about how I hate gaming because what we're doing right now. None of them. And again, it might be one. No, let me not say that. Let me be truthful. Maybe again, less than 1%. Again, the games that I laid out on that carpet has microtransactions. There's games that you could buy that don't have it. Have it. If you can't recognize you have an addiction, I guarantee. I agree with you have addiction. But if this is crazy enough that you cannot, that you will spend money on this virtual damn backpack, other than eating a hamburger, or have nevertheless rice and chicken so you could sustain your food, then you are not long to be. That's not your selection. That's what that is. I am sorry. Yep, I drop all EA and Ubisoft games. Rusty real deal does not does the opposite of what microtransaction is. I wish other games has to make the that make the page took a page from Rusty's. Yeah, I wish so too, but that's not what it is.
It's optional to justify microtransactions, willfully ignoring how video games are designed.
Let me point out, since you just said that, I am not justifying it's optional to make to willfully support a game. Okay, you've heard me say many times. You see that crap in there again. I'm not saying like I just said. I never said I never bought a game that had microtransactions in it. I have, but it's less than 1% of my library, and I don't spend. What's the real deal? Baseball is the only one I've, like I said, actively done it. Every other game, no. Have I bought DLC? Yes. Have I bought microtransactions? Hell to the, as Triple M would say himself. Hell to the nah. To the nah, hell to the nah, because I ain't doing that crap. That's not a justification of the game, and I won't. That's crazy.
To be grindier and less convenient to make their time-saving in-game purchases way more appealing. None of us have the option to avoid deliberately bad game design in the video games we buy, and those with.
Oh yes, you do. What? Jim, come on. Really? You don't have the option? What? You do. Don't buy the freaking game. What have I always said? If you don't like it, don't buy it. Very simple. If the game is doing something shitty, don't buy it. I don't know if she's gonna listen to this or not. Like Jewel Ryder said about Pokemon, she don't like what's going on in the game, and she didn't like what's in Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee. She didn't buy the game. I applaud her for doing that. I applaud people for, if you're gonna make an argument and bitch about a game and you don't buy it, I applaud you. I congratulate you. I praise you for that. That is awesome that you did that. Are you kidding me? You don't have an option. Yes, you do. That is literally willfully wrong, dude. Jeez. Holy shit. Where's my helmet? Yeah, that one was a helmet moment. You're right. That was a helmet moment. I'm sorry. But that is just what? Come on, man. Jeez.
Shopping addiction and gambling addiction have no option to even play these games without the risk of slipping back into destructive behavior.
Don't buy the
I've
games.
shared my disgust with the video game industry here many times. Some understand my outrage, others not so much. It is my hope that with these testimonials juxtaposed against the sheer negligent insensitivity.
Stop. I agree with you. I'm on your side. The gaming has gotten some ishy stuff. You're right, Grim. Not Grim. Jim. I'm with you on that. But again, I'm sorry. I'm with you with that. I am. And I agree with you. And I was right there with you when you said this is gonna be crazy. And you were one of the few people. That's one of the reasons I still watch your video. I don't subscribe to you, but I watch the video because you're right. I've been saying that. I'm an insider of the gaming industry, and I'm saying this is gonna get shittier and shittier and shittier. I know it's gonna get shittier and shittier and shittier. I've said it multiple times. Again, Jim, and I know you know a little bit about this stuff. Again, I know you're never gonna see this video, but anyway. My first podcast on this channel, I talk about how EA did crazy stuff with the crunch. Nobody back then was talking about the crunch. Maybe you did, Jim, because I didn't follow you at that time. But there was no major people talking about the crunch time. Now they're talking about it, but I was talking about it back then, and I was with EA at the time. So I know what. So I'm not lying. I'm not like my attitude has changed over the years. It's been consistent. The only thing I said would change again. I said the industry will crash, and it still will be. I think it still will crash. But because I've seen the money on the opposite side and see how much these companies made by all this microtransaction bull crap, and I was the first person that talked about that crap anyway. When how EA makes billions of dollars of just microtransactions alone, I changed it to no. People are still buying into the shit, so it's not gonna crash. It's just gonna be a soulless, and we are already here. We are at the soulless mark of gaming now. But let's keep on going.
For men like Torolf Jernstrom will go some way to explaining why an addict like myself, who would more than likely be a victim of in-game gambling, were I not already so professionally against it, would be so utterly fucking furious at what the video game industry has encouraged in recent years. The industry not only knows what it's doing, it's celebrating it. It's doing it in public, at conferences and in calls, sharing the knowledge and the tactics that...
And that's the part that killed me. It's so weird that the answer is right on your nose, most of these gamers, and they still buy this shit. It's like, it's right on your nose. Don't buy the game, because we're going to rob you and steal you. And you look over your nose, and they're like, oh, man, no, I can't. Don't buy the game. We're going to rob you and steal you, and you still overlook it. You're right. That's why I said it's funny, just like politics. They literally tell you the truth right in front of your eyes, and people do not see that shit. And it's weird as hell. That kills me.
Still habitual spending among their audiences, there is a veritable treasure trove of evil fucking wisdom out there that doesn't attempt to hide how predatory this industry has become. None of this is a secret. None of this is obscure.
Exactly.
This is out in the open.
Exactly.
There's an excellent book about behavioral psychology called Thinking Fast and Slow. I'm telling you that the fast thinking mode is what you want. The slow thinking is your analytical brain. What's 12 times 47? I'm sure all of you can answer that, but you have to start your actual thinking brain to do that. Our brain works in these two modes, and starting the analytical part of your brain is too much to ask for a spend. Make stuff immediately useful, immediate gratification. If you have a level-based game and you sell some boosters up front, for instance, a coin doubler or some other stuff that will help you, people will have to analyze and think it through. These things are good for me. These will help me progress before they do it. If, on the other hand, you do, like, for instance, in this temple run, once your game is over, save me, I have a few seconds to spend hard currency and I get to continue. The IKEA effect. This is to say, stuff that we put work into, we value more highly. IKEA really sells you cardboard stuff. It's shit, but you value it still somehow slightly higher because you actually built it yourselves. There's a trigger to remind us to do something, then we go do an action, we get the variable reward, just like the gachas, we get the lottery ticket, and then to really hook it down, we need to ask people to do something for us, do a little bit of work, because then they become emotionally attached to that. Anchoring is fun. Anchoring means that when we don't know the price of stuff, the first price we hear suggested for it becomes our anchor, and then we compare everything to that. Some games, immediately when you're in the tutorial, they suggest to you, you should buy this good IAP for 50 euros or something like that. I go like, oh, that's expensive, I'll never do that. Of course, no. And I expect them to say no. Then again, I come back like a few sessions later and suggest they buy it for 15. And I'll say, that's a good value because my anchor was at 50.
Get people to knee-jerk spend, to not think about what they're doing as they're doing it. Keep the pressure up with limited offers, fixed prices to make each spend more appealing. Get players a sense of emotional as well as financial investment. Maintain the sunk cost fallacy as long as possible. Everything I've ever ranted and raved about on the Jimquisition is not only supported, but gloated over by people in the industry, right down to the bullshit excuses I've had to demolish before, such as spreading the nonsense that microtransactions are required in order to support developers.
And that one right there, that last little seconds right there you just said, Jim, I agree with you. It is bullshit. I am with you with that 1,000%. But what that guy showed you, see, he showed you IKEA. Again, like I said at the beginning of this video, all companies basically do it. Consumerism is what I think they said is about 80% of America. Capitalism. So what? Yeah, yes, that's what it is. Everybody has a gimmick or something to pull you in, give you a taste up front, and then they spring it on you. You know, there's a reason why Walmart, Target, your local grocery store, why is the milk always to the back of the aisle, or ice cream, or the dairy products is back of the aisle? Most people eat a lot of eggs. A lot of people eat a lot of, or the meat section for food. Those stuff always on the back or to the side, away from the back, because why? Because I want you to go deeper in the stores. Look around a store. Go to Walmart. Go to any store. You see any clocks around it? Because I want you to stay in there. They don't want to think that you've been there for that long, so that you can walk around and buy stuff. Walmart changed their ways, because I remember when I first came to America, the electronic aisle was used to be sort of in the middle, close to the front, because men or young boys or young men like me used to go get our stuff and walk out. Now, I don't work on me, but I've seen work on other people. When I'm talking about this, now go to Walmart and Target now. Where's the electronic department? Always in the back. Just like, where's the milk and dairy? Always in the back in the grocery stores. Why? Because it wants you in there, and then you see, oh, maybe I'll just buy this. And you're right. The few people who would buy a stick of gum in the last minute at the register, or a stupid Blade fan, or a cigarette lighter at the last second when they could have, bought it, whatever. The compulse buyers. There's a certain amount of people out there that does this. That's why they put this stuff right there. But that's their choice. That's what they did. It's nothing about whatever. The companies learn how humans think, human nature. I've talked about this too. So I'm not blaming them for that. It's up to you to not buy the product. And if your will is that weak, that's on you. But again, I agree with you on that part right there, what you just said. You're right. And I'm 1,000% with you with that.
In fact, Jernstrom notes that you don't even have to be all that convincing in your lies. If we tell people they are a certain way, if we compliment them on being nice, good citizens, they are more likely to behave as nice, good citizens. So you should actually tell your players that they are generous individuals who have a taste for good art and want to support their game developers by paying
all car dealers, all politicians.
Related to that, also telling people the reason to do something makes them much more likely to actually follow through and do that. Spend because reasons. The reasons don't even have to be that good.
SJWs.
The total bollocks spouted on behalf of the game industry justifying aggressive microtransactions and gambling mechanics is not only perpetuated by people within the industry, but people without it as well. And it's always dismaying to me to see games media, games journalism, structures that should hold the industry to account going to bat for them.
I agree with you with that.
And most disgustingly, there was an article on Polygon called Anti-Loot Box Bill Poses a Real Threat to Sports Video Games, with the tagline, how else are these billion-dollar licenses paid? Fuck you. These modes, if they don't...
And again, that's what I'm saying. I could be partial. I agree with you on that. It's bull. It is crap. Because it can. And it did before. And I was I worked on FIFA 2006 World Cup. So I know you're right. You're 100% right on that. So let's get into this part right here. And you're right about that. That the industry now, these gaming journalists, just to get inside access, will do the most detestable things just to, it's crazy.
Directly pay for the game games we enjoy at least justify the workforces and development costs that make them worth playing. That oily microtransaction money, hard as it is to defend even in the abstract, helps those women and men deliver something that meets the unrelenting it's in the game standard we've taken for granted for a couple of decades. No, they don't. They were being delivered before
transactions
happened.
Exactly.
Oh, and as we've already explained, the whole microtransaction support the developers line is bullshit.
No.
It's bullshit.
And I'll add to that. It's not the developers. Some of them do, which is bullshit. I agree with Jim. But it's even worse is the publishers who lie on behalf just to make the developers feel like they work so hard and fuck them over. That's what it is. That's why I always say developers and publishers are two different things. And I've, again, done multiple videos on that shit already.
The routine layoffs this industry has, often to celebrate things like record revenue intake, wholly demonstrates that.
Exactly.
People are losing their jobs all the time, regardless of how much money is flowing into the industry.
Yep.
The article essentially boils down to, won't somebody please think of the corporations? And relies on the age-old myth that video games are just too expensive for multi-billion-dollar companies to make them anymore. In doing so, the article does hit upon a very real problem, but the understanding of the problem presented is completely fucked. Nobody publicises exactly how much their cash cows bring in, of course, but it's instructive that Take-Two agreed to a deal paying the NBA $1.1 billion over the next 7 years. That's double the value of the last deal, which was inked in 2011, well before virtual currency was introduced to my career. I don't think Visual Concepts replaces that dough by reselling NBA's greatest DLC or the Sprite Slam Dunk Contest. Polygon's right to suggest.
Which right what he just said right there is true, and it's funny coming from the old school. A lot of companies didn't buy the licenses, and we had imagination because you know what? They had a little game when it comes to basketball. If you grew up in an age that I grew up in, I know you young kids didn't, but I did. Guys, remember this game? Double Dribble. Didn't use no freaking licenses. Created their own game. Blitz. Didn't use the licenses. Created his own thing. You didn't have to buy a licensed game to play to make a basketball game, but because again, people bought into the bullshit. And again, I'm with you, Jim. We could argue against the daggone developers and most of the publishers really with that shit, and I'm with you on that. But the gamers also are fault of this nonsense.
That sports games would suffer under recent pushes to regulate loot boxes because the licenses for the sports in question are now costing billions, and it's frustrating because the writer is so close to the truth there, so close to the issue, but decides the best solution is to put gambling mechanics in these fucking video games rather than ask why a sports association is charging so much bloody money for the rights to make a game that said association directly benefits from.
Exactly.
Let's not forget, these licenses were perfectly affordable before loot boxes
came in. Exactly.
Loot box that suddenly they're far too expensive.
I agree with that.
Imagine a hypothetical world where Electronic Arts suddenly couldn't afford the rights to make a FIFA game. As if FIFA would allow a year go by without a FIFA game existing. Get fucking real.
That's true.
For some reason, one of these publishers couldn't afford to make a FIFA game, and let's be honest, they'd find the money somehow. Likely, the price for the licenses would go down. All this fucking Polygon article does is argue in favor of the perpetuation of a problem in order to perpetuate another problem.
That's true.
Gambling mechanics should stay in video games so that sports associations can keep charging through the arsehole for their licenses. Fuck right off. This weak article completely hand waves away any real issues, any real concerns people have with gambling mechanics as coming from people who just hate EA or were just angry about Star Wars Battlefront 2. It's off. I knew this video I was working on was coming when that article went out, and I had to bite my tongue at the time because I was saving it for now. Having had already spoken to gambling addicts, shopping addicts about this topic, to see concerns so sneeringly batted away in favor of complete corporate propaganda thoroughly disgusted me and continues to disgust me. Games Press should be holding these companies to account, but they can't even comprehend why loot boxes and microtransactions over
No, half of them don't comprehend, and the other half is we want instant access. We want a scoop so we can make more money. Ouroboros keep eating itself. That's what that is. That's what that is. Okay, that's the. Some of them are imbeciles. Some know how to play the game and talk that nonsense. Remember Metal Gear, when they reviewed Metal Gear Solid 5, that everybody had to be in a certain in a private room, and they gave them all the codes so they could play the game, have the most enjoyable of the game, and not talk about the bull crap, so they could get a favorable review. But did not talk about the microtransactions of you paying actual money for insurance on a friggin' base in a virtual game. Why would a game journalist not talk about that? That's why. Because they were making money off of it too. So it's not just it's not them being excuse me, incompetent. It's because they are in the scheme as well too. I pointed out many times before that too. When I did a video about PlayStation, well, we were talking about PlayStation and Nintendo, but we were doing something, and it was a Nintendo game we're talking about, and all to the side and everything, every commercial was PlayStation. I was like, jeez. IGN, could you be any more chill for PlayStation?
Are so fucking poisonous because they don't think about the prey. They don't think about the people these companies are preying on. They only see them as whales, dehumanized whales, and that misunderstanding has to stop.
Well, what else are you going to do? You're not. I don't know John across the street. If I'm a company, I'm a company. I don't know John across the street. I don't know if he had issues or not. I just know John has $60 and he bought my game. And if he's stupid enough to buy the other stuff that comes along with the game, that's not my fault. Sorry. That's how they think. Come on, man.
Rich kids with enough money to spare. They're not goddamn sea mammals. They're people with vulnerabilities that this game industry is exploiting, knowingly, gladly, greedily. And I am overhearing any defense for them because they are unbloody tenable. The regulation of loot boxes might not be pleasant, and it's not something I explicitly gunned for, but I did warn the game industry that it was coming, that if they kept pushing these microtransactions, if they kept pushing the limits to see exactly how much they could get away with, they would end up with a fight on their hands once politicians got interested.
Yep.
I said this time and time again, and no one bloody listened, and now look where we are, and it's on the industry's head. It's on their head. Nobody else's. It's their problem. They do not deserve people taking up arms and defending them because they merrily walked into this situation. And ultimately, if you need gambling mechanics to keep your fucking games going, you shouldn't be in business. The world can do without your exploitative crap. Not that you really need them. You didn't need them before. You'd find a way to work around it if they were to go away. It's always about greed. It's not about need. And if you trip over yourself to apologize for what these corporations do, you are little more to them than a useful idiot.
To have any chance of turning players into...
Funny, that's exactly what I just said. Rarely, because that's just what it is, Grim. I mean, Jim. Sorry, I saw your name in the back, Grim Pachi. My bad.
Into the loss aversion. If there are rare cards up here, and you see the goblin going with his clock tick-tock, I'll take it away from you. They are...
Then it's up to you to tell a goblin, fuck you, I ain't buying it, because it ain't worth it, and walk away from the game.
Yes, they go away. This is a brilliant way to get more.
Monetize, retain, acquire. This is the mantra of the modern video game industry. It's been the creed of the shit-sucking mobile sector for years and years.
Yep.
And in recent times, from the tail end of the last generation to now, it's increasingly become the creed of the so-called AAA game publisher. Monetize, retain, acquire, form those habits, trick those customers, turn those players into payers, as one disgusting organization once suggested. Much of what they are doing is unethical, much of it is certainly immoral, so much so that talk givers need to check their morals at the door to even discuss the tactics of...
Stop, Jim. Stop. Okay. No. There's no moral in that what they just like I just said, because they don't know who the person they're buying. All they think of it is just like money. You're a payer. You want to pay for whatever it is. We give you that, whatever. I don't get why that's why I don't get. All companies do this. Cars, Netflix, Hulu. Again, I've said it many times. They've done it. So it's up to you to have the fortitude to not get tricked into this again. And again, I give you that there are people who, the way I feel sorry for the people, I can empathize with the people who got that mental disorder that need that instant gratification. Even though, again, social media and the way things are right now perpetuated it more and more and more. But you're not going to get my sympathy. No. Because it's just you're not taking your responsibility of your own actions, and only you can do that.
Play, and the industry gets away with it because such addiction is so often misunderstood. Another testimonial I received, one of many more than discussed in this video, described how they got hooked on a MOBA but used social pressure to keep people spending, and how nobody would help them when they sought support to stop. Uni's response, it's not gambling, it's not an addiction, they said. They offered me zero support because the counsellors simply couldn't get their heads around that I was addicted to wasting money just for friends on a video game. There was no...
Why should they? That's you who made that mistake.
No support, just another round of adults who drowned my voice out, and I was berated for not having a real problem and just being a spoiled child.
Okay, I give you the being down, knocked down like that. Okay, I give you that a little bit. I give you that little tidbit. But please, why should other grown people care what you, again, just like the video, just like the guy who's up earlier, if you're paying for virtual currency, taking real money to pay for virtual items, and you don't want to buy food, the frig? What can I do for that? Don't use your money for food. But I gotta get the thing. But the thing don't mean nothing. But I gotta get the thing. People want me to see me get the thing. But it's not food. You're starving. You're malnutrition right now. Do stop. But I gotta get the thing. Then that person should not be around. Sorry, not your selection. I'm sorry.
Pressure is just another way the industry makes money off the back of vulnerable people. Recently, news broke that being bullied for only having...
Again, not only gaming industry, Facebook, Instagram, Twitch, with all the thoughts. That's what they do. Oh, this girl who works so hard and she's playing video game, like my sister Katie, she would never get a following as out of these other chicks who show half of their titties and do the crazy, dance and crutch, whatever. She'll be there, you'll be seeing her, headphones on, playing video games. She might get a little following, but she don't get the following like those chicks who got their breasts and titties out and all that stuff. And you know who promote, and so a girl who's that weak-minded is gonna do exactly what the higher girls do because she wants the attention. Now, if you install that, lucky for me, I stopped that in my sister when she was young because she was going through that a little bit as well. And I said, you don't need nobody to validate you. You don't do that crap. Because she was going that route a little bit, and I stopped it when it because basically I was her male. I was the hard voice, the male figure in my sister's life, / my mom, but I was. And I stopped her from going that route because there's a lot of girls who are like, oh, wow, she got all that attention. But maybe I need to drop my skirt, pull up my skirt a little bit and drop that, and you don't get attention. Hell, there's a freaking girl in Amber Rose who did that bullshit, and I got on my radio show, I talked about that crap when she talked that nonsense about, she talked about it, and I was like, it's funny. And look at her now. She can't get a man for all the dumb shit she done. Nobody wants to put attention to that. I wouldn't. I don't give a damn how beautiful you look. I ain't touching that fuckery. And I'm not the most handsomest guy out there. I admit to my ugliness, but I ain't gonna be touching that fuckery. Oh, you just said you can't get none. No. Ain't that I don't get none. I don't want none. I don't want that bullshit. There's a difference.
Default skins in Fortnite. While the game is free, children are pressured to keep up with their friends to maintain a social status by not being the poor scrub with the bargain basement cosmetics. Youngsters are reportedly begging their parents for Fortnite money because nobody will play with them otherwise, and the word default itself has become a derogatory term in schools.
And who's responsible for this bullshit?
If you think that's just kids being kids,
Yes,
then
they
the
are.
industry cannot possibly be held to account for this.
They ain't. They shouldn't.
Well, guess what else Mr. Jernstrom said?
We are herd animals. We tend to do what all the others do. You all sit quiet listening to me because that's what all of the other guys do here. So, especially when people are similar to us.
Yes.
This means that you should have the socially accepted way of behaving in your game should be paying. You want to tell people, for instance, when a clan member of theirs spend IAP money, you want the whole clan to know, because then that becomes the socially acceptable way of behaving. You absolutely do not want to tell them that the majority of people in your game never spend money. That's poison. Never tell them that.
Am I demonstrating this fucking clearly enough now?
Yeah.
Am I effectively showcasing that this industry has nasty parasitic bastards in it that know exactly what they're doing and not only don't care, but are proud of themselves? And it's not just Jernstrom. You'll find men like him absolutely everywhere if you know which stones to turn over. David Zendel is a researcher and lecturer who has devoted much of his time to the study of loot boxes. In a paper published in June of 2019, he noted that while he cannot claim loot boxes create problem gamblers, there's evidence to suggest problem gamblers are certainly exploited by them. According to his findings, when loot boxes were removed from Heroes of the Storm, problem gamblers, and only problem gamblers, spent less money on the game. The spending habits of other players didn't change. The spending habits of the gamblers did because the gambling was gone. There are many studies showing a
Okay, and you prove your point that is somebody preying on the people who are that. That's again what that guy said before. I don't know his name that you were talking about. That's what he just said. Human beings are social creature. That's human nature. That's human nature. When the problem, when that happened and you took it away from them, well, it's up to you to excuse yourself from the problem, from the situation.
Relation between gambling addiction and loot boxes, but correlation is not causation, I will say that. However, the near identical psychological similarities between loot boxes and gambling, coupled with reports like those from Zendel, support the idea that those with addiction struggles are routinely preyed upon by an industry that, regardless of whether they create compulsive gamblers, sure as shit profit from them. And as Electronic Arts' legal VP sits before a parliamentary committee trying to rebrand loot boxes as surprise mechanics and
which is
claiming
bullshit,
they're ethical because people enjoy them, I need to stress just how dirty the game industry's money is. And it's not just dirty, it's filthy fucking money. The billions upon billions being funneled into the offshore tax havens of these video game companies stink of abuse. Shameless, profiteering abuse. If it's not outright evil, it is amoral in the extreme, and they flaunt their immorality in public with the smug, satisfied self-confidence of monsters who've gotten away with it. Just go back and watch. Again, the sneering manner in which EA's Kerry Hopkins patronizes her way through an explanation of what loot boxes are. Just go and read the articles from dozens of industry mouthpieces who disregard criticisms of microtransactions.
They want money too.
Because if people didn't want them, they wouldn't spend money on them.
Which is true.
In the face of the compulsive strings microtransactions
No, it doesn't.
is as weak as it is despicably
No, it isn't.
dishonest. There was a comment on Reddit once that said, Jim Sterling is not pro-consumer, he's anti-AAA. And I'll take that. That sounds fine.
I'm cool with that.
I do hate what the mainstream industry has done to the medium. How the unchecked, unimpeded greed that fuels corporate decision-making has turned games into grindy, unsatisfying money vacuums, all in the name of psychological ambush. I say this not with affected internet outrage, but with a genuine, understated, ice cold fury. I genuinely hate most video game publishers, their executives, and every seedy, slimy, corrupt thing they've done to both
So
the
do
industry
I.
at large and, more importantly, their many victims. You damn right, I'm anti-triple A. Hopefully this video has gone some way toward explaining the level of anger I have when it comes to talking about mainstream AAA video games. It should explain why whenever I say AAA, I struggle not to do it in a sneering, condescending, mocking voice, because I've always found that the designation AAA is arrogant on the part of the game industry. It's a sign of arrogance, just showcasing that they think they're so far above everything else, when nothing they do actually qualifies them for a designation of 3 A's. A is supposed to be good in grading, and the AAA video game industry is not triple A, it is triple shit. That showed them their triple shit. Anyway, I hope that this video indicates to you that I don't do this for, as some people call it, outrage clicks. I do this because I fucking care, because I give a shit, because I truly believe in my heart that this is an important topic, that I do hold the values that I express when I talk about microtransactions and loot boxes and whatnot. I hold those values true to myself. I really do believe that when I talk about this, I am right. I wouldn't say it if I didn't think I was right, if I didn't know I was right. I truly am not optimistic about where the so-called AAA video game industry is going. Comprehensive, complete feeling productions are becoming rarer and rarer. Shallow, threadbare, unfinished games that are designed deliberately poorly so that you can pay extra to improve the experience. They're becoming the norm. The idea of the service video game is a lie, because it isn't a service. Well, it's not a service they provide to you. It's a service you provide to them. You are giving them, you are inviting them direct access to your wallet.
That's
they
you.
sit back and collect money off you simply for existing.
Exactly.
And they spout lies.
True.
Lies and propaganda that are then perpetuated.
Everybody does.
By their defenders.
Every
by
company does.
Journalists, by spokespeople in the industry.
True.
And it's a racket. And it's shameless. And it's disgusting.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you so much to the people who did share their stories. Thank you so much to people who showed me some of these open boasts from the video game industry itself. Thank you to Casey Explosion, to H Bomber Guy for reading the testimonials we had. Thank you for watching, and of course, thank God for me.
Okay, so I'll leave it at that. So we come to the end of that now. That's this video. Sorry, again. I understand your anger, Jim. I understand where you see how the game industry, a hobby that we grew up on and we love, is crumbling. Well, it goes to the old saying, all good things come to an end. That's just what it is. But I'm sorry. Why Jim don't have a problem with predatory ads on TV? I'm sure he has fell victim to them. Exactly. I mean, maybe you jumped in a little late, Cream Crunchy, when I had further up to the top. But it's ridiculous. That's what kills me with this nonsense. Every company does this. Majority of the companies does this crap. Majority of this company does this crap. If you want a Trip basically jumped in and said what I'm going to say, the magical word to all this whole thing that killed me is responsibility. Nobody want to take responsibility for their own shit no more. And that's the problem. I'm sorry that you got tricked into this deal. Okay, I'll help you if you got tricked into the deal. But if you keep on going back to the problem, then I ain't going to help you because you keep on doing that. And again, sorry, Jim, for what you just said. I've been through this. I'm talking about that. Okay. People say I'm an asshole. I don't care. But here's the thing, though. two things happen. Two life stories because I do want to get out. I got to do some stuff I need to do. But two things I do want to stay though. There was two things that woke me up from this responsibility. Half of that was again one of my ex fiance when I could not make the chick happy. No matter what I do, I couldn't make the chick happy. Everything she asked for, she got. And I was like, wait a minute, I'm doing this. You everything you want, and you still asking for shit? I was like, this is not really what it was, but this is a recent thing. I was like, you know what? Cut it off. I'm done. I can't do that. And you don't love me now. Fuck you. I don't love you if you're gonna keep doing this bullshit. Because I'm not gonna go broke for nobody. And basically, when I bought this house, Jim and anybody else, what I did was I couldn't make money on the old house that I sold because one, I kept it up in great shape and sold it for a great amount of money. But there was issues going on with my family. Just to be honest, issues going on with my family, and to stop the argument and some of the stuff, I said, you know what, fam? I said, look, we should not be at this point. But I seen the stupidity that's going on, brothers, sisters against sisters and shit like that. I'm like, wow, that's crazy. Even to the point where my grandmother, bless her soul, is still 92 and still alive and kicking and everything. When last year, because of the infighting and bickering, my grandma said, for the first time ever in my ears, I heard my grandmother curse. I was like, whoa, this is getting serious. That my grandmother, who's 91 at the time, was cursing. I was like, okay, this is serious. So what I did is that I could have took that money and live a nice little happy life, whatever. I took some of the money that I sold from my old house and some of the money that, whatever, and paid off everybody's debt. Paid it off. I rolled up some money plus that, paid off the debt, and take the rest of the money, of course, and bought this bigger house, blah, blah, blah. Now, I'm doing that because of my grandmother. Again, God bless her. She lives way beyond because she still thinks on her own, walks on her own, and everything. But I told people before, it's like, no. People already don't come. Hey, can you help me? No. Hey, but you just did. I don't care. I'm not helping you with this crap. Just like my cousin, and she's like, oh, I need a stove because basically I bought when I bought into the house came with a stove and stove and microwave and all that crap. But I didn't want the stove that was in there. So I said, all right, so whatever. So I went to my cousin's house, which is her daughter. I was saying that. She was saying my second cousin. And she was like, hey, does this person needs a stove? She's like, oh, you are perfect timing. Yeah, she needs a stove. All right. And then she's like, hey, like I say, he's going to give you a stove. And she's like, okay, you give me I said, whoa. I ain't giving you no stove. That's what your mom said. You going to pay for the stove. You're gonna pay for the stove. I'm not giving you shit free. Hell no. I give it to her at a discount price. But I was not gonna give it to her freaking free. Hell no. Because she ain't did shit for me. So no. So that's what I'm saying. I got a point now. Like, well, yeah, but you're making all that money doing this with me. I don't care. You're not gonna get what you did. What have you done for me lately? Nothing. I'm helping you out. Be happy. Get away with that crap. No, but to the story, and that's recent stuff that I was just saying. But the two stories that changed my life that I don't whatever. One was my first girlfriend. When I saw it, talk about the peer pressure that Jim talked about. When me and her was in middle school, we became boyfriend girlfriend because of when grandma started cursing people better get it together. Well, my grandma never cursed. I never heard my grandma put it this way, Melman. I never heard, she didn't say this word, but I have never heard my grandma ever said damn. That's how she never cursed. And when she said that last year, I was like, whoa, okay. And I don't want her to go, if she's gonna pass away, God forbid, no time soon, but still, she's up in age. I don't want to pass away seeing her family members fighting. Stupid. I wanted to go feeling happy that we're all together, be straight. Of course, when I got this house, she prayed on the house for me, and she said thank you. She's proud of me, and hey, thank you for blah 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 blah. Hopefully, I could get her back up again. She still want to come back to America, but hope I get her back up here for September. But anyway, I digress. My girl, like I said, the girlfriend became one because I was bad in math, and she was good, and I was good, and she was bad in science, and we helped each other by studying, and we became boyfriend and girlfriend. Blah blah blah. I'm gonna tell you the full story because what she did was some really effed up shit that really did change my mind, change my life. But point taken, when she got into high school, she followed with the NCLEX. I was a geek and nerd that stayed what I gotta stay, but she followed the NCLEX, and then she went on peer pressure and did some stuff that when I saw how peer pressure pushed her to do the crazy stuff, I'm like, wow. And when she did something very dangerous to me, I was like, yeah, no, hell no. That's one. When I was in 11th grade, I remember my English teacher wanted us to do a group project. Now, I'm a nerd again. I read a lot of books and do a lot of stuff, whatever. That's how I do a lot of research, and you could say what I said now. But I did that. It was a group project. And it was, you got to do a good amount of research. And everybody had to do a certain part of the speech to present the presentation. Of course, I was, for some reason, though, luck of God or something, I don't know, I was paired with some kids, some of my fellow classmates, that when it comes to school, won't shit. And I was not going to let my grade drop because of these assholes. And I'm talking, it was males and females in this group with me. So you know what they did? Because they wanted to party. They want to have fun. They didn't want to do stuff. And then when the day came, they're like, oh, shit, man, we're going to get an F. We're going to talk to Miss Niles and tell her, stuff happened, blah, blah, blah. I was the one who did all the work and said, hey, here's your part, John. Here's your part, Niles. Here's your part, Sharisha, blah, blah, blah. That's not a real name, but I'm just saying, here's your part. We go up in the class. We presented it. We got an A. All of us got an A off of my hard work on my back. And after that, I was like, shit. I ain't trusting nobody like that. I work on my own. If I can't make, and that's why I said to my ex-girlfriend, my ex-fiance, like I say, if I can't make myself happy, then I should not be putting you down. And I ain't doing that. I feel sad and horrible for these people who get addicted to some of this shit. But I'm sorry. You need to take responsibility. If you are that crazy to spend money on a virtual concert, just like I cracked the joke many times, and Trip, y'all know I'm saying this, you're going to spend money on Need for Speed. You're going to spend tangible cash for virtual fucking gas. Then I'm sorry. You need to take responsibility for that shit. I give EA the shit that they got the balls to do it. But you were the idiot to suck on them balls to even take it. And I'm not doing that. That's crazy. I'm not going to take yours, because I can't help it. You really can't help it? Really? You can't help it? What do you mean you can't help it? You can help it. Shit, you know what? You don't have to breathe. You could just shut your mouth and don't inhale. You don't have to, but you do. But if you're gonna do virtual currency, you don't eat food, again, natural selection. I'm sorry. The kid who swallows marbles should not have kids, and that's what I said. We are saving too many idiots in America and Europe. Really, we are. We're saving too much dumb people. And we're saving them from themselves. They don't want to take responsibility. As Jim said in the video about the parents, how the hell your kid get your credit card? That's your dumb ass. And I've seen this when my realtor, it was funny. The realtor who was selling me this house and the banker who was not a banker, the mortgage consultant, we had a meet up together when we were buying this house because I wanted to dot my I's and cross my friggin' T's because this is a lot of money I'm spending in this friggin' house. And I was like, hey, Michelle, is everything okay? I want to make sure you have all the money you needed. You need all of this. You need blah blah blah, whatever. Because I forced the meeting because they were jerking me around a little bit, the bank, and I was like, I did everything I should right. Credit is phenomenal. Down payment in check, everything is perfectly straight for you. I should be the top of the 1% of the person you would love to, as a builder. I want to sell this house to this guy because I know he will pay his mortgage on time. As I said, on time. I have never missed one payment. I've been in this country for going on 19 years. I have never missed one payment in 19 years. Not one. And my credit score shows that, because I'm a responsible adult that I had to do that. And I didn't have a lot of people do this, whatever. I had to pull up my damn britches and do shit myself. Okay? But I did that. And she had her son, maybe about 6 or 7, because he could talk and everything. Okay? She had a dummy phone, which I gave her credit for that. But she just so she could keep it quiet, whatever, she gave her son the phone. Right? Now, here's the thing. Said that her son bought all, because you stupidly left your card on the phone for you to buy stuff. I and anybody else should not help your ass because you were stupid enough to do that shit. No. And it's sad that, just like I said, instant gratification. She's already teaching her kid to be like the people that Jim's talking about. Instant gratification. So when she left, me and the relative was like, man, it's hard to not tell people how to treat their kids. And then we had to shut our mouths, but it was just kind of weird. I was like, that was just wow. That kid already, is he gonna be a good kid or bad kid? I think he might be a good kid, but you already done implanted instant gratification at that young age for that child. You already do. Ain't no way I'm giving my child any credit cards, no access to any credit cards, any. And when they become a teenager, the thing that would kill me is they have accounts where you could cap the money. Hey, you only could do $100. That's it. You ain't getting more than that. Hey, you go, here's a card. I'll put $100 in that. Show them responsibility. It's up to the parents to teach them what to do in the wild when they're not around. But we are going to say, oh, let's save the children. I can't save the children if their parents don't give a fuck about them. Okay? If the children grows up and they're willing to turn, and I have that happen, as I said before. I have an outreach program. I talk to kids and young teenagers and everything, help people who came from depression to do better in their life. Some had to do, like I just said with Etika, some had to do soft talk and some changed, and some had to put a stick up their ass and they did change. I've never had that person who was depressed die on me, thank goodness, and I hope I don't, cross my fingers, knock on wood. But I've gotten to the point where when people's like, but you ain't gonna come save me, like that. No, why would I do that? If you do not want to listen to the reality that you're fucking up your life, I'm not gonna do that shit for you. I'm not. Will I be sad that you kill yourself? Yes. The only way you get me super sad, and I've said it to a female person who does social work or whatever, and I was talking to her about it years ago. The only way I will feel sad if that person goes out and kills somebody else before they kill themselves. I hate these coward punk ass people who kill other people and who did mass suicide. I hate them with a passion. And if a person that I'm talking to does that, I will feel angry, and I'll feel angry, but I feel bitter that shit happened. But that's where my sympathy will go. Other than that, I don't have none. I have no fucks to give. Sorry. It's crazy. If you don't want to take responsibility in your own life, how should I tell you that? It's your life. You take responsibility. And if you don't teach that at a young age, a lot of kids get into this bullshit. That's why you see these thoughts. That's why you see all these women get away with half of the crap they get away with. Women get away with the shit. Men can't do that. Oh, but you say that, you get fucked over. Everybody have a sympathetic ear. There's this thing in my radio show I call where a lot of including beautiful women they get away with a lot of shit. What is I call pretty girl syndrome. There's pretty man syndrome, but it's rare compared to the women. Okay, women got pretty girl syndrome when they think that I again, quick story. A partner of mine wanted to do something. I said that's a stupid idea, and I was being nice. Then she was like, "Oh, but I'm gonna keep on whatever." I said, "Okay, you know what? That's a dumb idea. That's not a smart idea to do this. I'll be nice." And then she kept on pushing because she was going on to doing this dumb idea. I said, and at that point, I was like, "You know what? I don't know. Come on, like you know what? I do not know the answer. Now you messed with me. Look, I don't know the answer. I try to be nice with you, whatever. I'm not gonna argue with you or curse you. I don't know the answer." She's like, "Oh, well, I'm gonna call my friend." Of course, she called a friend, another dude, a dude that wants to fuck her. I'm sorry, I gotta be frank, but I gotta. He wanted to fuck her, and he of course said, "Oh yes, girl, you could go ahead and do that. Ain't gonna be no problem." And she called me back and she said, "Yeah, my friend John said that I should go ahead and do this, so I'm gonna go ahead and do it." I said, "All right, coolio." Long story short, it backfired in her face like I said it would. I didn't want to say, "Hey, told you so." I was just like, haha, hey, whatever. You try to tell me. Yes, I try to tell you. Yes, I tell you. But hey, you learn your lesson, right? I hope you understand. That. And she's like, "You're the only person who was telling the truth." Yeah, because I'm not trying to fuck you. You're a beautiful woman, but I know you got a lot of bullshit around you, and you got a lot of guys just lapping at you because they want to do that. Me, I learned quickly after, like I said, that first girlfriend. I was like, you know what? That could get in trouble. I'm not doing that. So that's why a lot of guys, I will tell you, Richard, again, I'm not the most handsomest person out there, but a lot of guys and some women like, how the hell this dude messed with that girl? Because of my confidence. It ain't because I'm good looking, and also because after a while they found out that, that I'm a responsible person with a good amount of financial aware. But we got to worry about what other people's talking about, like thinking peer pressure is dangerous. But I'm sorry, Jim. I'm not gonna. If you want to stop the practice, don't buy the games. I should say that. What do you call it? Genuine. I forgot to call it. That ungenuine thing of, oh, there's no game. Every game again. He's going from game that needs social, whatever. Again, Smash for Wii U. It had microtransaction in there. I have a game. There's a 100% of the game that has microtransaction in there. Did I bought it? No. Ain't no freaking way. I don't care if it was 30 cents for a daggone skin. I'm buying it. Crap. It's stupid. And I've said it many times. It's one of the easiest coding for the game. So no. So take responsibility of your own life, not somebody taking responsibility for you. You gotta do it your damn self. Kind of weird that you be saying, "Oh man, oh man." I love when people are like, "Oh no, the shark attacked that person." Oh, there's a shark attack. There's no such thing as really a shark attack, really per se, right? You are meat and food, and you was in the shark's dining room, or in his fridge, and the shark was just saying, "Oh, meat, eat." The shark was doing what he naturally does. You went into the ocean. Now, if a shark walks up on land, that's a shark attack because you are minding your business, and a shark walk up and bites you. That's a shark attack. But if you don't want to get shark attack, don't go in the water. And I had arguments with people. Maybe it was like, "Well, not all the sharks ain't going to bite you all the time." You're correct, and that's a gamble that you took. But if you want 100% guarantee that you will not get bitten by a shark, stick your ass on the damn land. Okay? Simple. Very simple. Simple sense. Can't say common because common means a lot of people have it. And we already know the gaming industry and people don't have it. Right now, we have an overbuzz happening right now. Gamers are paying into this bullshit. As much as everybody say, oh, I'm not gonna pay for this, I'm not gonna buy this, I'm not gonna do this, I'm not gonna whatever, but you still pay for the shit. Then you have the developers. Some developers are cocky and assholey, Kojima, and Jaffe, and the guy from what do you call it again? Ori and Blind Fire. I could call many more. Those guys are assholes. I'll give it to them. I'll call them for assholes, but they're doing their job. But they develop these games for a certain thing. And then the publishers who give them the money, they're greedy. You're right. They're super greedy. I agree with you, Jim. And they do uncommon bullshit. You're right. But sometimes it's the gamers that push the shit. I've done this argument before. Nintendo only did the online bullshit because of Nintendo fans, of the loud YouTubers or Twitters and all the dumbasses fucking pushed them that way. And like you said, you were right. They didn't need licenses. They didn't need licenses before or pay that much money before, and they didn't need to do that. You're 100% correct, Jim. I agree with you. But here's the thing. Is because they put out the bait. If you put a line out there, if you want to use the whale, if you put a line in the whale, you put a bag of krill. It says most whales eat krill, or killer whale. Put a seal out there for the killer whale, and the killer whale doesn't eat the seal. You'll try a different bait, or you will stop fucking doing it, and that's the problem. These people talk about it, but they don't do it. It's a whole knee jerk of everything together. The industry got the way it is because of gamers, publishers, developers. All of them is that. Take responsibility. If I see a game that's full of shit, because again, I bought microtransaction games. Smash Brothers Wii U is one of them. 3DS. I ain't bought none of the fucking microtransactions. Take responsibility for it. You don't need to. All the games, like I said, it's funny you say, oh, the Call of Duty, the NBA 2K, as the guy said, every game I go, they push loot boxes in it. I'll choose fucking different games. I say, Xenoblade Chronicles X didn't have no microtransactions in it. Why don't you play that? Well, I don't like RPGs. Okay. All right. Splatoon. You like shooters. Splatoon is an online shooter game. It doesn't have microtransactions in it. Well, that's too kiddie. Okay. All right. How about all the games that didn't have that shit? How about you play I don't know, Perfect Dark, or the old Call of Duty games that didn't have it in there? Well, it's not new enough. What the fuck? Okay. Why don't you play racing games? Well, some of them have microtransaction. Oh shit. If you keep on making excuses for every single shit, then you are making your own excuse and not taking responsibility for yourself. So I'm sorry. And also, let me end it with this. I was watching a video. I ain't gonna go that detail. I just watched the video and it was stupid in that regard, because somebody took my argument and whittled it down to the most dumbest shit ever. It is simple. But I took the argument and said something that was idiotically, moronically stupid. And Jim kind of said it in this video too. So the person said, because a person said to the person, if you don't like it, then if you're arguing about it and you don't like it, don't buy the game. And that person said, and I quote, that's a dumb argument, because that shows you that you don't have no argument to stop to let these game designers get away with stuff like that. What the fuck? What? No. When I say if you don't like it, don't buy it, it's a full stop, period. If you don't like it, don't buy it. Why would you bitch of something if you don't like it? It's so stupid. It's just like saying, oh man, it's like you seeing, oh, there's this dog shit on my pizza. Okay. Don't buy it. but I love the pizza. Don't buy it. And then you eat it. You're like, oh man, shit, I got sick. Why did you do that? It's stupid. You idiot. Correct, Mailman. You're an idiot. Buy it. Don't. If you don't like it, don't buy it. It's a definitive answer. Because I don't want to hear the bitching. So if you don't, just don't buy it. I do it. Most of the people in the chat do it. So why you can't do it? Unless you're on YouTube and you want that YouTube money or that Twitch money or that thought money or all that bullshit. I used to like Call of Duty. I bought Black Ops 1. I bought Modern Warfare Reflux. I bought Modern Warfare with Modern Warfare 3. I bought Black Ops 2. I bought Ghosts. And when I saw what Ghost was going, I'm like, okay, this is getting shitty. Didn't buy Advanced Warfare. Didn't buy Black Ops 3. Didn't buy Black Ops 4. The fuck or whatever do that. And I did a video about that because I see the fuckery and I didn't pay for it. I didn't pay for it. I see the bullshit. I am the biggest Metroid fan out there, and most of you guys know that. If Nintendo do some shit like that, I'll be the first to tell you, fuck it. No. And that peer pressure thing is bullshit too, what Jim said, because take away video games. That shit still happens in school, like I just said. So that's bullshit. That's bullshit, Jim. That happens because what happened in my youth before video games was a big thing. Hell, I didn't have video games when I was back on my island. So that's some bull crap. Don't hit me with that nonsense. Video games wasn't a big thing on my island, and people were still doing and it was American Island, St. Thomas, and people were still pressuring people. Again, that's how my first girlfriend went to do it. So it was happening. So it ain't gonna be big games. Social, so it's human nature to socially to be around group of people. It's just what it is. That's why I laugh when people always say, we gotta end racism. Get the fuck out of here. You ain't doing that bullshit. Never would you ever. The way to end racism is when the only way to end racism is when humans are not on this planet. Because if we were all the same color, we will still differentiate ourselves in a different way. The Hutsis and Watutsis killed each other. I have a friend right now I'm talking, and she wants to write a book about it because she was a wonder where the Hutsis and the Tutsis was killing each other. The only difference between them was the different types of shit, was the nose and ears and shit, and they were killing each other. And we already know this because if you're all the same, then you separate yourself by location. I'm from the East Coast. I'm from down south. I'm from the central town, son. People always separate themselves. So I always came with people like, oh, because no, you ain't. No, you ain't. Let's just live in reality and just make sure that you're not, that you try to treat people equally and not jail them for the whole shit. But if they touch you, that's a whole different reason. Okay, that's a different story. Again, I always hear people like, oh, words and whatever. Look, you can say all the shit you want about me. I don't care. Don't touch me. You touch me, we got a problem. That's when problem goes off. But that's crazy, okay? That's why it's funny when I did a story on my radio show where these two people went from America and went to the most dangerous parts of the world saying that evil is a society construct. There's no evil human beings. Oh, funny. And then they went close to ISIS, and ISIS run them over and cut their head off. Sorry that you died, but you play a stupid game, you're gonna win a fucking stupid prize, and you bitches win the grand prize. Okay? Human reaction is what it is, Jim. Sorry. Not on your side with that crap. If you want to stop these microtransactions and loot box, whatever, don't buy the shit. That's all it is. You know why a lot of Hummers, they don't make Hummers no more? Why? People are not buying the shit. You know why Ford stopped selling cars? Is not selling cars except for Mustang and an electric car? Because people are not buying the cars. If you don't buy it, they're not gonna sell it to you. So if you don't buy the bullshit, they're not going to put it in their games. That is so simple. But these are the same people who bitch about it, and again, they're addicted. You're correct, but only you can change your addiction, no matter what a person does. And I've said it. You're right, but I'm sorry. Only you can change the addiction, not nobody else. If you don't want to make that choice, then what the hell can I do for you? I could lead you to the path. I could share everything. But if you don't want to make the choice, sorry. You are on your own. And I can't defend this, whatever. I don't want the gamers to die, but I'm going to do a video about this when I said, because I think we are now in the soulless part of gaming now. That's just where we are. Gaming is soulless. You find the games that you like and play them. If you see any bullshit in them, you don't buy them. It's simple. Again, shout outs to Jules and anybody else with the Pokemon stuff. If you don't like it, some of the arguments are stupid, but if you don't like it, I praise you that you don't want to buy it. Amen to you for that. I'll be on your side of the court, because you see what you don't like what you see and you don't buy it. I'm on your side 1,000%. And that's what we need to do. If you want to stop the nonsense, you don't buy the nonsense. And if gamers could do that, a lot of these companies will not put in microtransactions in the game. They do, and you stupidly buy it. That's why they keep on making the money. That's that simple. I don't know how easy this could have been. So there's my rebuttal to you, Mr. Jim Sterling. Again, you made some good points in there. You talk about, again, I listen to you because of the industry stuff, as an industry inside of myself. I am with you with that the industry is effing up. But I can't just blame the EA and all that stuff, even though they're lazy pieces of crap. EA, Activision, all that stuff, and 2K and everything. I can't blame them only. I gotta blame the gamers, because there's no way little Timmy could spend $2,000 if the mom or dad was stupid enough to give him a credit card to use money. That was your lesson to learn. Wow, he spent $2,000. Shit, I fucked up. And I gonna give Timmy no more money. That's your lesson. And you should have never given Timmy the money in the first place. But you did. And if you're a grown-ass man like the man before, and you're spending money on games and not food, hey, there were people in South Korea that did that. And what happened to those people? They died because they didn't want to get up from the game. Natural selection. Okay? They died because they didn't want to go to the bathroom or eat no food. They were addicted to the game. That's on them. That's not the company. That's not the video game hall that put it in there. That's what you did. That's your fucking problem. And society moved on. So this nonsense about, oh, we're going to do all this. No. So that's my rebuttal to you, Jim Sterling. I want to thank everybody here who join in. Those who join in just now, go back to the front of the video. I hope you enjoyed this video. Sorry, it's longer than I thought of usual. I didn't see that this video was 30 minutes long. So whatever, but just to get the point out. And yes, to 83, I bought all the Fire Emblem games, but I didn't buy the MBS DLC. You're correct. I'll be honestly, like I said, I bought not the microtransaction shit. It's DLC, but yeah. I bought a DLC of Fire Emblem Awakening, and it was justified when you look at how the game was, and I liked it. But when the other games came around and I saw what it looks like, I didn't buy it. So I didn't bought that. The only DLC of a Fire Emblem game I bought afterwards were Fire Emblem Awakening, which was just a season pass and you get everything. That's it. And I said in my video when I said about the thing, not all season passes are bad. But if you see a bad deal, don't buy it. It's your responsibility to use your money the right way. But with that said, for real, let me see. Thank you, everybody, for joining in. Mailman, Lazy One, Tornado 3, Wilton Nice 969, Grim, I think that's or Fluid, of course. Thank y'all for joining. Hopefully, I'll do a podcast not no time soon. I wish I could get people like Grim and everybody. We talk about gaming again, just to do shit or whatever. I just have so much stuff to be going on, and I need shit to be done. But with that said, again, if I've said it before, follow us on. There's a video that has the information for Discord. If you want to follow me on Discord and message me there, and if you want to do something, also, just message me through. I am on MeWe, so you follow on MeWe and just give ideas or conversation there, whatever. Other than that, my usual saying, guys, there's no perfect games out there. What's perfect to you is not perfect to me. What's perfect to me is not perfect to you. Simply enjoy your games on all consoles, even PCs. Good night.